Episode 3 of Jesus Christ. Episode like 6, 5, who cares? Hoppothetically.
We should stop.
It was tolerating the hoppings. We feel the podcast is better and different now, so we changed the name, and I hired someone to make art. So for that one guy who reached out, who is listening to this, thanks. I've now put in $70. I hope you appreciate
to our Patreon.
It. No. We are negative 70. I spent $70.
This is one of those losing money ventures. I mean, I also had to buy a mic that was expensive too.
Yeah, I got a mic for Christmas for my birthday, so I didn't spend money on it. But the opportunity cost, I could have had Starbucks. I could have had a Starbucks gift card, which I would have used, and then forgotten how much money was on it, and then been stressed out because I don't know if I have enough. So I would never have used it again.
Oh no, I burn those things. I'll get to a point where I'm like, this will buy me a drink, and like that had 12 cents on it, and I was like,
dude, I'm the opposite. I get a $50 card. I use it once, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to be embarrassed. I'm just gonna throw it away. I'll just throw it away, and I get rid of like a $48 card.
I'll get to the 12 cents thing. Like I was so confident that I had enough. I don't even have my wallet. I just brought the card. I will not be paying for that drink today, and I'll just leave.
Yeah, I don't bring the card. I just tell them who I am.
Like, do you want me to
Nathan, card owner.
Yeah, no, I guess 12 cents. So I'm going to throw it away, and I'm like, no, give it back to me. I'll try this again later.
You're going to get one over on him?
Yeah.
Just give him a card. Don't run it. Just, it's a gift card.
Yeah.
Gift card good for coffee. Give me the coffee. Take the card. Merry Christmas.
Sometimes it's like, I'll give you what's left on the gift card if you give me drink.
Yeah, keep the change. And then they get yelled at by their manager that night.
You were bamboozled. You took 5 gift cards that totaled to like 75 cents.
That'd be so. If they're like, there's not enough money here, you're like, all right, 2 gift cards. You're like, there's still not enough money. This doesn't have anything. And you're like, 3 gift cards. That's as high as I go.
This is an IHOP gift card. It's a gift card.
All right, 4 gift cards.
And a YMCA membership card.
Yeah. And a watch. You want this watch? They probably can't accept watches.
No, they can't. That feels so.
I've been watching a lot of The Sopranos, so my mind went to offering them a stolen watch, which leads me to my first question.
I was going to do the first question. Oh,
first question. Tony Soprano. You watch The Sopranos, and Tony is so you really root for that guy, and you start to think he's cool. But a lot of watching him is him breathing heavily and eating by the refrigerator, and it actually seems cool when he does those things.
And then you watch the sequel, and you find out
it was a prequel,
and you find out he has a lot of gay sex.
No. Did you see Saints of Newark?
No, I didn't. No, I watched.
Did someone tell you that's what happens in
it? Yeah, Tim Dillon did.
There's no gay sex in it.
Tim Dillon told me there was really visceral gay sex in it, and I was like, I guess I'm not watching that movie. That's a weird turn to take.
No, it's a very normal mafia thing with no gay sex.
God,
there's not even that much regular sex. It's actually pretty devoid of. I mean, there's a little bit.
I thought the turn was so absurd, I didn't watch it.
That Tony is so gay. That's his whole backstory. He's just so gay that he becomes a mafia boss.
Yeah,
as a cover.
How
could I be gay? I just killed like 10 people.
Really
anyway, my question is: so Tony is able to make eating by the fridge and breathing out of his mouth heavily look cool. Is there any activity that couldn't be made cool by a charismatic protagonist? Like if Tony's thing was like smelling his butt hands, like scratching his butt and and then being a mob boss.
No, that would be like cool.
If he, what the fuck did I fucking tell you, Christopher? And he's just smelling his fingers.
Pooping yourself and crying. I don't think it matters. I think if you poop yourself and then immediately cry from pooping yourself, there is no coming back. I don't care who you are. You've lost all.
You don't think that, like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, like shit himself? And was just like, yeah, I shit myself.
No. It's pooping and then crying. Like maybe he like poops himself and like a single tear comes out and it's really intense, but I still think it's.
You don't think he could sell it?
I don't
have
know.
a witty remark
about shitting
Tony,
himself?
Are you crying? Yeah. What does it look like? Did you shit yourself? Yeah. What does it smell like? Like he'd be all quick.
I think you can. I don't think Tony Stark could salvage it.
What about Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds?
If you saw Deadpool poop himself and then cry, I think that wouldn't damage his reputation even a little. That would be so on brand.
No, it'd be so on brand.
I think he does shit himself and cry. I think he does those things actually in the movie. In one of them.
I actually have a better answer. Doing a like a really lame skateboard trick, like a really boring one, like not a fun,
just like an ollie, and then being really excited about it.
Yeah.
I practiced that a lot today.
Yeah, I think the charisma would work against you after you did a lame ollie.
True, if you're too cool about it.
Yeah, you're like, dude, that wasn't cool. I thought you were warming up to something, and then you went for the self high five, and I figured out where you were really at. I don't think you can salvage a lame skateboard trick.
I think I used to have a bit about this, but I really believe it. I don't believe, has anyone ever landed any skateboard trick? Like have you ever seen that? I've seen it on video, but like in person, have you ever seen anyone land any trick?
Yeah, I had a
really think. Are you sure?
Yeah, he did. He landed it, but he was like, come on, watch me do this trick. And I would sit out there for an hour as he sprained his ankles over and over again. And then when his feet were kind of like that, both of his feet were going that way and his legs going up. Once he got there on his ankles, he finally got it. And
he
then
landed it once.
Yeah. And then you're like, you should go to the hospital. Dude, I think it happens very, very often. And it's like he would always talk about it like this intense passion. Like it's just like getting perfection. It's like, that's the lamest.
They don't look, it's the ratio of pain they experience to how cool it looks makes no sense. It's so bad. Even if they crush it, you're like, all right, well, you were going 4 miles an hour and the tires are made of like marbles.
Yeah.
It's unpleasant to listen to. Why don't you use tires made of rubber?
They're like the opposite of sword swallowers.
How are they the opposite of sword swallowers?
Sword swallowing is very entertaining to look at and is surprisingly not very painful.
Yeah, but a lot of
their arch nemesis.
The problem with the sword swallower is that you want to do it in a crowd. People can see you. You're like, gather around, everyone. But if anyone bumps you, then you have a sword that rips all of your organs because it's going. It's down, so it's next to all of them. So it's like, yeah, you damaged your kidney, spleen, heart, lungs.
Is that a crime? If I bump, like chest bump, like shoulder bump a guy with a sword swallower a little too hard and he dies horribly, am I in trouble for that?
Do you have any liability?
Yeah, what's the liability on me?
I don't know. I mean, probably not. I can't imagine. I wonder what they're like. Is there any specific sword swallower insurance? I don't think they're covered. I don't think.
Oh no, they're probably not covered. No, if Hurricane Katrina wasn't covered, they're not covered.
I think it would be a tough sell to the insurance person. Like, what do you want to be insured for? And they're like, you know what? It'd be better if you watched.
Yeah, and they just start doing it right then and there. It's like, I don't think that should be. I don't know if that should be covered. I get it.
Yeah, that was amazing, but no, we will never cover
but
that.
You know what's surprising? I would cover sword swallowers before I'd cover skateboarders.
Yeah, and I honestly, I think in the meeting, the insurance meeting, the skateboarder would also be like, watch this. And the insurance person would be like, no, I don't want to. I get it. You
would watch one, it would just be like, damn it, he doesn't do it at all. And then he tries again. And he's like, no, I can see why I'm not going to insure this.
You remember that movie where Ben Stiller could skateboard really well? And it was ridiculous.
No.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
No, yeah.
Which was a book, which I read. And in the book, Walter Mitty is not a good skateboarder. But other than that, it's pretty similar. So they were
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty was a novella. It wasn't the book. It was too short.
Whatever. So whoever like adapted it into a movie just in the pitch meeting was like, what if like Walter Mitty was a freak on a skateboard? And they're like, what does that add to the movie? He's like, what do you mean? What does it add to the movie? Scenes where he's a beast on a skateboard.
I hope he then said, he's like, what does that add to the movie? Watch this. And then he pulled out a skateboard and then failed to do tricks
for an hour.
Yeah, for about an hour and a half. He's like, but what if he did this trick on the first try?
Yeah, hang on.
Give me a second. One more. No, I didn't get it.
Seriously, I had this yesterday. First try, it was sick. No, but sit back down. And then there's that scene with Sean Penn where he's a photographer. Remember that? He's in the mountains and he sees the snow leopard.
Tiger. Yeah.
She's trying to get a picture of this snow leopard. There's like one of them in the world, and he gets it in his sights. And then to himself, he just goes, sometimes I don't take the picture. It's like, you don't? Why'd you set up the camera then, Sean?
No, because he's definitely there on an expedition to take the photo. Take the picture. So a company paid him, flew him to this very remote place, did hours of research, and then didn't take the fucking picture.
No, and then he probably gets back to the meeting and they're like, so you didn't see one of the things? And he goes, he just winks at him. And like, why does he always do that? He never completes the assignments and then winks at me. He's trying to fuck me? because that's not going to save his job. I mean, we need the
No,
pictures.
yeah, we do. Yeah, could you imagine him getting later into a HR comes in with him? It's like, you got to stop hitting on your coworkers. Like, oh, I wasn't hitting on them. I was not doing my job.
Expressing
actually.
what an artist I am. Oh, we thought you wanted to suck their dicks to keep your job because your completion rate of assignments is so abysmal. And he's like, damn it, Sean.
I have next question, but let me check out this hoodie real quick.
Man, Nathan's really gained some weight.
What? What's that mean? You say I'm fat again? You can't do this.
No, dude, I didn't say you're fat again.
I feel like you said I'm fat. My shirt almost came into frame, and I was like, no, I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to give you that. But this is also related to movies.
Next question.
And shows. Next question.
Next question.
Okay, I'm saying it.
We should say it in like a fun way.
Next question.
Let's say it at the same time in like a fun voice. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Next. You didn't do a fun voice. You can see what mine is.
Next question.
Okay. All
right. 1, 2, 3.
2, 3. You're not doing it.
Next question. Man, we gotta do it together.
Okay.
All right. This time on 2. 1, 2, 3. Next question.
We did it. Okay. Next question.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question. In all seriousness.
Jizz, everyone.
Jizz, guys. Next question.
Do you think? You know the show Death Note?
Yeah.
You know how the whole premise was if you write your name, the guy had a book that if you wrote someone's name in the book, that person would die. Do you think it would be more terrifying instead of dying, they just went bald?
No. Do you?
I do. I think if I found out our whole prison system, if you walked into a prison and just everyone was bald, and then like 3 days after your trial came out, just all your hair started coming out, I think that'd be terrifying.
The big difference, though, I think, is that everyone would be bald, because in Death Note, he does try to like pick and choose who he writes because it's like a big weighty decision. But if I could just make someone bald, I would do it for no reason.
You wouldn't exclusively do it to murder. You wouldn't save that power for murdered or rapists.
No, I would just do it to people.
Do you think the person that would be investigating him would be a much lower down person, like way lower on the rankings, because it's just not that serious of a crime?
No, I think you could turn the wrong person bald, and they would get the
same
Interpol or whoever the hell it is. I think L would still be involved.
He says one wrong thing. It's like a board meeting. He like some email. Like creepy email he sent to a girl, comes out and gets like Me Too, kind of goes bald. Fucking.
I think the weirdest part, if that was all it did, is those fucking death demon things.
Yeah.
Because they just appear to you. You're like, oh my God, you're the scariest looking thing ever. What do you do? And he's like, I'm why people go bald. You're like, oh, you're horrifying for that.
Yeah.
I thought you would look funny.
Like huge claw thing. You're like, what do you use this for? For shaving.
For shit, yeah.
People, yeah.
That's sharp because the hair follicles. You want You want to keep it close to the scalp.
Yeah.
I want so really sharp good. It would irritate the skin.
I think the show would be better. I think the show would have been better if instead of it just made bald people. I think that's
You think the problem with the show was the stakes were too high?
The stakes were way too high. People were dying.
Everybody relax.
Yeah. But everything would be the same. Even that one part where that guy writes people's names down to get an edge over his competition in like the business world. He's still doing that to other competitive business.
Statistically, people want to work for people who have hair.
Yeah.
It would like, give him a slight advantage.
He's like, I'm going to get you because when we get promoted over the next 20 years, you are statistically less likely to do as well.
You're not going to be president. You're going to do a little worse on Tinder, but not, other factors can help you. But all things being equal, it's not good for you.
Okay, what if instead of it didn't like make you go bald, like you didn't like just like pull out a chunk of hair? It's just like one day a light breeze hit and all of your hair came off. Would that make it more terrifying?
Yeah.
Than death?
No. Oh, no. I mean, it's a ridiculous question, of course. You know what would be creepy? Is if you wrote their name in the book and nothing happened. And then they find this guy's book full of people's names. This guy has a book of the names of all the rapists and murderers he's ever heard of. Like, what's going on with this? And he's like, I'm punishing them. And you're like, oh God.
Is there still a demon?
No, it's just a guy.
It's just a guy
who just writes names in books of murderers and rapists he sees on TV. And they're like, no one's gonna catch me. And they're like, yeah. I mean, no one's really looking. And he's like, oh, they're looking.
I hope in that world there is also a guy named L who is looking for him.
Who's been writing down people's names.
Yeah.
Because it's
I found one journal just full of them.
Yeah. And I'm upset.
There was dates next to it, which was the worst part. I don't know what the dates mean. I don't know what they are. I couldn't, there's no thing in their lives that associate to these dates.
And then L's just like, nobody knows my name. And they're like, no one. Yeah, all right. You won't tell us your name. That's weird. He's like, try to guess my name. And they're like, we don't, we're not doing that. Oh, I'm L.
Yeah, could you? Because if you
we're gonna ask your mom. We know your. Don't ask my mom.
Yeah, don't ask Lauren. But if you, because like, if I picked up a sheet of paper, it had my name on it, first and last name, and then a date next to it, I would be so scared.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I would find that person, or I would run from that person. I don't know, but our distance changes after you've written my name and a date in your book.
And if it was a past date, it wouldn't be as scary. But if it was a future date, I'm not doing.
Oh, dude, I'd get a gun.
Yeah, you get it, right? If it was in like 3 days, like,
I'd be like, okay, this is the date I need my gun by. Next question. Next question. Seriously, that next question. All right, no fucking around. Next question. All right, so you're out, and you're flirting with a lady, right? She's cute. You like her. Anyway. She goes into the bathroom. She comes out later. You go in next. It smells so bad. She has really done a number on this toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Are you now less interested or more interested? Are you thinking, ew, that's disgusting, not going to try to get with her tonight? Or are you thinking, well, if she can do that to a bathroom, what can she do in the bedroom?
Okay, my question.
Be a freak.
I mean, clearly the first thing so I'm going to the restroom right after they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would walk up to them and first demand that they give me an apology.
Really?
And then if they're
this
like,
is someone you don't know that well. The first night meeting them, you're vibing, and she has ruined the toilet. Okay.
I don't care. I would, and then if she goes, I don't know what you're talking about, because she tries to play it coy, I would take her into the bathroom with me and then say, take a deep inhale.
You'd rub her nose in it?
Yeah, and then like, now apologize.
For her.
You knew I came in after you.
No, she didn't know.
No, but she knew someone was coming in later.
What if she's like, yeah, I know. That's how I fuck, though. I was sending you signals. I want you to know I'm nasty. That's why I didn't flush.
Flush?
You're just staring at her diarrhea. She's like, yeah, you want my number? Because
you want
you want me to do that to you later? You want me to?
I think
look in the bowl. Look at those colors. I'm gonna wreck you.
Oh, that's corn. Ooh.
Yeah.
No. I think there's texture on that.
I'm corn fed and I fuck.
I really like grass fed.
So you're not at all enticed by this?
I would be. I don't think I'd be enticed at all, but I think I'd be so proud of just her audacity by showing me her diarrhea that I would give my body to her.
Well, she would. I mean, she already. Yeah, she's frankly surprised that you brought her in there. I mean, it's like passing a secret note to someone that you want to fuck. She's like, oh, I thought you'd just pick up on the signal. I made that for you, Nathan.
I think that's the line. I think the person I don't know said my name. Like they had done the research, figured out who I was, and then did enough research into me to then figure out that what Nathan wants as a secret message to say he wants to fuck.
It's not Nathan. It's just men. You know the old saying. You can tell a lot about a lady by how hard she shits sexually. You know that saying?
What does loose poop mean then?
That's a diet thing, but it's like
no. What does it mean sexually? If you have a lady that is loose poop,
oh, it means she's been butt fucked before, and that someone else's penis chopped up the poop.
You think?
God,
you think? Dude, my girlfriends didn't watch the last episode of our podcast because it had too much poop stuff in it.
That's you, dude.
No, it is, but this one's you. None of my jokes this time have poop in it because of it. None of my questions. It's you, man. You've been bringing up poop too much. People can't watch it. Only boogers from this point forward.
You showed everyone your boogers last time.
Yeah, the girl is allowed to pick her nose and rub it on my face, but she cannot show me shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's.
Actually, not that bad. If you're into the audacity, as you put it, wiping a booger on your face is pretty heavy duty.
My question to you.
Question.
How long do you think you could last in a world that's just really sticky?
Like 2 minutes, dude. I fuck fast.
No. I'm talking like they poured a Coke over the whole world and then gave it a few hours.
Yeah, dude, I'd find that really sexy and I would come. That's what you're asking?
I mean,
I would add to the stickiness of the world.
And then what would you do after that? What would you do after that? What's your next step after you orgasm?
Take a nap?
In stickiness?
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
No. You're gonna pick a side.
We've all been in high school. You masturbate on your tummy. You fall asleep. You wake up. You got to shower again. Why are you showering twice in one day? Hey, why don't you shut up?
No, because then you have to get out of the shower. You go to grab the towel, and it's sticky. You're like, I can't use that towel, but all the towels are sticky. You're still describing high school, but
so the question is, what do I do?
Yeah, what would you do in high school again? Apparently,
the whole world is sticky.
Was sticky, so sticky. Like,
are the other people sticky?
Everything is sticky.
Am I sticky?
A little.
You don't think if I'm sticky, nothing else is sticky?
Okay, you're not sticky. You're sticky like because you've been touching stuff, not because you're sticky.
I think if I start out not sticky, I would become a crazed hermit person trying to maintain my slipperiness. I would tell people I'm the slipperiest man in the world, and they wouldn't believe me. They would say, "Let me touch you," and I would say, "No, you have to just believe me." They're all a bunch of doubting Thomases, and I would kill anyone who tried to touch me with their stick.
Could you imagine if you met a person who just said they were the slipperiest person on earth, and you're like, "Well, can I touch you?" And they went, "No."
No, you'll ruin it.
And they're like, I think if I met someone like that, I'd be like, "I'm gonna touch you now." I would make it a real point to touch them, even if it meant fighting to the death. I guess relative to them, the world is sticky, I guess, but
you'd be like, so are you, right? Do you like swim really good because you're so slippery? Yeah. And they're like, probably. I don't do it, but I bet I'd be good. I am the slipperiest man in the world.
Do you need water on slip and sides? Like, I don't think so.
I'm not really into that. What if they're just not into anything? That would be useful. I don't really care about that.
I like
you wrestle.
Chess a
you'd
lot.
probably be good at wrestling. Yeah, it's not really for me.
Chess. I like chess. I think chess is really my forte. But yeah, if you like wrestling and slip and slides, that'd be. I don't think there's a lot of other things. What if he was really into rock climbing and shit like that?
That would be bad for the slipperiest man.
Or for you, a non-sticky person.
It's just like I like the challenge of it. I like that I fall off after the first one every time. I feel like Sisyphus with his boulder. The boulder keeps slipping back down the hill, and I really get that. I am the boulder, as I am Sisyphus.
Do you think the slipperiest man,
the slipperiest man in the world,
the slipperiest man on earth, when you imagine him as a person, you imagine him like glistening, right? With like oil, like being really oily.
I feel like he'd have sex with people, and they would never even know it. No friction.
That's rape.
No, he would say, you want to have sex right now? And they'd go, yeah. And he goes, it's done.
We'd be like, why'd you have to ask? It's because I've already finished. And you didn't even notice.
Because I'm so slippery.
Mm-hmm.
You're pregnant. And then they don't feel the baby ever.
It slips out.
They
don't even notice it.
And then the baby grows up really fast.
Really fast.
The time slips by. Where did the time go? My 40, son is a grown man.
Yeah, he's 40 looking at the window with a wife he doesn't love anymore, and he doesn't know what he's going to do with himself. It's just his life has slipped away. By. Mm-hmm.
Cat's in the cradle.
And the silver spoon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Slipperiest man in the world.
Yeah.
And more like the saddest man in the world.
Yeah. Do you want a question?
And then he
kills himself.
Then he dies quietly.
Because he only can't slip away from his death.
No, that's what they say when you die. He slipped away.
Slips away. Oh.
Yeah, his heart just gave out quietly and slippery.
It also like the baby slipped out of his.
You're saying his heart slipped out of his body?
Yeah, pooped it out.
Boy, this was kind of grounded, right, mostly just slip puns, so the end of the slipperiest man in the world is that he shits out his own heart and doesn't notice.
He's fucking, and they don't even notice he's there.
To recap the story of the slipperiest man in the world is he's a hermit who won't let anyone touch him.
Yeah.
He impregnates someone. Mm-hmm. Life goes by really fast.
Yeah.
Then he shits out his own heart.
I think that sounds about.
I think this could be a good folk song. If this podcast doesn't work out, we should write a folk song about the slipperiest man in the world. Shit out his own heart one day.
If it was a movie, I want Jim Carrey to play the slipperiest man alive.
You wouldn't want Jay Leno, that fuck?
No, Jay Leno's face makes me uncomfortable.
Snake?
Have you seen Jay Leno's face? It's weird. And no one ever just told him, like, you got a weird face.
No, people tell him.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot?
Yeah.
It's a really weird face.
Yeah. Next question. What do you think is the best time in history to have a huge cock?
Oh, in the 1400s with knights and shit, because they used to make a point of having cock pieces that were like made of metal.
So you want a bigger cock?
Yeah, so that your cock piece would be bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah. Because there was a whole thing where these like kings would like try to like one up each other by having these big cock pieces, and by the end, their suit was like 40% just cock piece.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What if you're like, no, it's not true. This is a podcast.
I've been lying.
This isn't hardcore history. No, it's not true. They're all the slipperiest man in the world. That's also not how he died. It's fake.
He died of a hernia.
1400s, that's your pick?
Yeah, 1400s, and I would get one that's just like 30%. Like it protects you because there's so much space right here.
Like they're trying to hit you in the like abdomen or chest, and they just keep accidentally hitting you in the.
Yeah. Fuck it. I don't even need a big dick. I'll go there and I'll get the cock piece anyway.
No, but you have the big dick.
Yeah, they're not gonna measure me out when they make me the fucking cock piece. I'll just get the big cock piece, and then I'll thrive. No one's gonna question a big like. No one's gonna be like, that's a fake cock piece. He doesn't have a big dick.
They might. I would if it was you, based on what you're like. You've gained a little weight. Aren't you gonna ask me?
Where would you go?
The future. Obviously, it would be better in every way. The healthcare would be really good.
But Joe Rogan tells me that taints are shrinking. So
yeah, all that taint meat went right into my cock meat.
So it's just like ass, balls, and then a big cock that just wraps back around into your butt.
No balls.
No balls. It's just
nope, more cock.
Just an ass and cock, like right next to each other.
And no neck either. That also went down into my cock.
Wait, does your
no
cock
neck.
have the thickness of your neck?
Yep.
Or the same total mass as your neck?
No neck. It's just head, shoulders, knees, and cock.
Yeah, but when you met a girl, you would have to convince her that your cock is really big to justify why you have no neck.
No, she would know by my face and lack of neck, by my shrug.
And then you would have sex with her. Like, could you tell because of my neck? And she was like,
I wouldn't have sex with her.
Oh, you would?
Not really my thing. Nah, the cock's more for the boys. It's like having a big beard. You know, it's not for women. It's for the boys.
Like in a gay way or just in like a...
Nah, dude, the boys aren't gay. I mean, yeah, we fuck, we kiss. We're not gay.
I think the kissing is gay. I think that's...
Nah, not when you have a big beard. It's so rough and brambly. There's nothing gay about that.
I think that makes it gayer. No, I think that stuff. I think the beard and the mustache is what makes it gay.
No.
Like, I don't think a blowjob is inherently gay from a dude, provided you don't enjoy the mustache on the man. I think once you like the mustache, then it's gay.
I don't believe anyone's gay.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Are you like very Christian or?
No, I think it's like a bit. I think people are fucking with me. And I'm not gonna let them get me, dude. I've been embarrassed before. I don't think they're gay. I think it's a joke.
Could you?
Every time I meet a gay person, I'm like, okay, buddy. All right, have a good one.
In the midst of the AIDS epidemic, as there's that gay man dying of AIDS on his bed, he just whispers like, "Was it funny?"
No, I think they're not dead. I think they're all hiding, and they're gonna jump out and surprise me. They're gonna be like, "Gotcha! There was no gay.
There was no gay or AIDS epidemic."
No, it was like a bit. I'm just, dude. People say I'm gullible. They get me. I'm not falling for this.
But get you to wear a condom. Like, you can get an STI. Like, then they'll get you.
Who?
The gays.
There aren't, like, dude. I'm just,
or the straights that have sex with the same.
I don't think they do that, dude. I think they just go they go into a closet. They make sure I see them, and they just stand there, and they're like, "Nick's such a fucking idiot." Nick's so dumb, dude. He thinks
totally
we're not fucking. We're two men. What? I'm like, they're not getting me, dude. I'm not falling for that.
No way.
Have you ever met a gay person that wasn't around me? Suddenly when I'm there, they're gay, but then when they're hanging out, they're not gay. You ever notice that? You like my hat?
No, man, I've definitely met other gay people outside of you.
All right, dude. Well, I guess you're a part of it. All right, I can't trust you then.
They paid me off. I'm sorry.
I've been wearing a hat with a robe because I've started wearing the robe further and further out of my apartment. Now I'm going all the way out to the street.
This is a How I Met Your Mother bit. You're better than this.
Is it?
Yep.
What is? Do they wear the robe
you
out?
Going farther? No, they do it within your how far you're willing to walk with no pants on. But it's the same bit. The exact premise is entirely been done. You're a fucking hack.
Maybe. But my angle on it is that I wear the trucker hat with the robe to make people more comfortable. And so they know I'm a blue collar average Joe, because the robe does look a little regal.
Do you want to do other bad How I Met Your Mother bits instead of doing a podcast? Or
I want to do like the last season of How I Met Your Mother and every sitcom where we keep just skipping ahead like 4 years after like every line of dialogue. They're like, "Hey, Robin, it's been 7 years." And then it's like 4 years later. It's like, whoa, now we're divorced and we had kids and they died. Did you remember that the end of How I Met Your Mother? It was just like all this fucked up stuff. They're like, we got divorced. And it's like, we spent the whole 3 seasons before this getting to you guys getting together. And now what, you're divorced and you just say it as dialogue?
Maybe they were the real slippery men and women. It just slipped by.
The real most slippery man in the world is Father Time.
Okay. Next question.
We should have like a little musical thing that it's like when it gets the next question.
Yeah.
A musical interlude?
Yeah. Do you think Saw the movie, those death games would have been better with microtransactions?
What's a micro? Oh, where you can like go on an app and buy stuff?
I'll give you an example where like they're like, you have 60 seconds to saw off your arm, or we're gonna like pop the reverse bear trap, and like, or you can pay 99 cents and get 20 gems.
I think people would complain about that. They'd be like, remember when this used to just be about fun? This sucks. It's all about making money now.
Yeah, it used to be about murder and justice. And now it's about the gems and the.
Yeah, you have
And I had to pay like $20 to chop off my own arm. It was bullshit.
the games, would they be better? I mean, you'd have more skin in it, because before
Yeah.
you're just risking your life. Now you're risking your life and you have a credit card down.
Yeah, you have a monetary value. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
And they ask the last four of your social for some reason. I don't know what that's about. But
I mean, you get more. I think the big thing is with credit cards, you get more commitment from people. Like how with the Saw games, people would kind of be like half in it.
yeah,
Like, I don't care, dude. I don't know. I just woke up here. I don't know if I'm that into it.
Yeah, but
I have to jump into a pile of needles.
Yeah, but don't you think that ruins the sportsmanship of it? That the people have this advantage of that people with more money will
It's not that
inherently.
It's not that expensive.
Yeah, but
Jigsaw's not. He's not trying to gouge you, dude. He's just trying to pay for cost. You know how expensive it is to get all those needles?
No, I get it. I
in a
get it.
vat?
Every game needs to make money. I get it that it's always about. There is always a financial aspect, and we should never kind of like forget that when we're doing it. But like, I don't know, man.
Dude, people are too hard on the Saw dev team.
I think they are too. But I think honestly, I would have preferred ads if that was just. I would have preferred ads. That's
This
just me.
human furnace is brought to you by Manscaped or whatever.
Greens.
Yeah, Athletic Greens.
Athletic Greens. Yeah, I lost my arm, but I learned to love veganism. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I think my body went net positive.
The reason they got to have all these devices is, I think, a fundamental problem with the game, which is that Saw has kind of a scalability issue.
Yeah.
Because it's death traps. How do we get that to like China and other markets?
I think China would get there easy.
Actually, they'd probably be fine with probably with that already.
They're already there.
Yeah.
They looked at us and went, "Oh, you guys just started monetizing your death games? Idiots." No, I think,
dude, and they don't have the copyright laws, so they would have these knockoff Saw things. It'd be like the Apple Store thing where there was like a fake Apple Store, and then it like broke down and killed everybody. And Apple was like, "Yeah, that wasn't." It'd be like that.
What if it did the opposite, where it didn't kill people because it was off-brand and hacky, and everyone was like,
"What the? Dude, we're suing you."
Yeah, I was supposed to die.
A bunch of people were supposed to die, and I was supposed to learn to be less greedy or whatever. It's always like the small, like you could have just. It's always a lesson that you could have just had a conversation with them about. Like, hey, man,
no,
you're kind of a dick this year.
Yeah, but I think the monetary, I think that would play into it. I think the problem is because I've watched a lot of Shark Tank, so I am basically an entrepreneur. And the main thing when they talk about apps and games and stuff, they're like, how many users are returning? And I think Saw is like a 0% return rate. That's my big problem. I think
it's pretty low.
The amount of people that return, the amount of daily users that are returning to the platform is negligible.
Yeah, the game's a little forgettable.
Yeah, it's not.
People are like, oh yeah, I guess I was in Saw.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that is how I lost my arms.
Yeah, that's why I have no teeth and I have PTSD. I forgot.
You
ever when you're standing alone, you ever just like hold your butt cheeks open?
No.
Neither do I.
You're currently doing it.
Nope.
I don't like that you're looking really into my eyes. That actually leads me into my next question.
Leads me into a breezy butt.
I know. Do you think would you live your life any different if you found out that every time people dude, we do not respect our audio viewers. Nick was holding his butt cheeks open and deeply staring into the camera.
Okay. You're making it sound like I was doing that that was all on camera. Like if they were to watch YouTube, they would see my butt cheeks open.
It is what's happening. Watch it.
Dude, did you watch it? No, I listened. Oh, dude, you gotta watch it.
Dude, there was butt cheeks on camera.
You can see up Nick's asshole if you watch it.
Yeah.
Only for our Patreon subscribers.
Yeah.
That was the difference. It was like our YouTube, you can watch it, and then if you subscribe to Patreon, it's just nudes. We just send you nudes.
I have done this joke already on. I guess that was on the. I guess we deleted those episodes. This is a new bit. Go ahead.
I don't believe in gay people.
That's also a new bit. Okay. Next joke. If you found
joke, you telling a joke? All right, let's hear a joke. A man walks into a bar. What? And then what?
Let's hear your joke. Question.
I want to hear your joke first. Let's do the joke first, then we'll get to the next question.
Okay. Question.
Joke. Tell me your joke.
Question.
Tell me a joke. Just one joke. I got one. Can I do mine?
No,
Can I do my joke? There's a guy going into heaven and he's in the line in heaven, and St. Peter says, "You were so greedy, you married a woman named Penny. You're going to hell with Penny." And then Next guy, you were so, I forget what the second one was, but then the third guy in line, he's like, you know what? Come on, Fanny, let's get out of here. Because he liked butt fucking so much, he married a woman named Fanny because he wanted to fuck butts.
Okay.
Come on, Fanny, let me fuck your butt. And then he had to go to Fanny's dad and say, can I marry your daughter? He didn't mention the butt fucking to the dad because he thought that would have hurt his chances.
Yeah, but I think the dad knew. I think the dad was like,
The dad named her Fanny.
Yeah, he knew. He was also related to butt fucking. And wanted to let other butt fuckers know that his daughter was open. Yeah, pay it forward. My daughter is open for business.
You like butt fucking.
I don't know how to describe this question, but do you think the people that made the Death Star kind of had buyer's remorse? Not because the ship, and it's not even because the ship had that hole in it that would blow it up if you shot into it. I actually don't think that's the biggest problem with the Death Star. It's a planet, so it orbits like a planet. So once you blow up all the local planets in your star system, my understanding of astronomy is that it just goes around the sun, and you have to slowly rotate it in. You would spend an insane amount of time doing boring astronomy math to get it to the right exact place so that you could shoot stuff that just
yeah, I know. I think the idea is it could fly around. The thing is, though, it would shoot.
It can't though. Like you've seen it. It can't. How?
They say it
how?
The Force? Darth Vader?
Just Darth Vader has to lift this fucking planet around.
Yeah.
Like you have to go.
That's why he's always breathing like that.
He's just like beat. Oh my god! No, but it has to go light years to hit other planets to be an effective thing.
That was what I was thinking. When they shoot a laser from the Death Star to another planet, it's like, hey, so wouldn't that take like 50,000 years?
Yeah. No. I thought the concept was they were like, oh, the Death Star will move. It's like, but it won't though, because it's a planet.
Yeah, I mean, it would move at like miles per hour.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be quick. I mean,
you wouldn't even really
and you would spend like 200 years to get it in the right position, and then it'd be rotated a little wrong or something.
And I mean, even the laser, shooting a laser would be, it'd be like, yeah, dude, your planet's going to blow up in 200,000 years. So shouldn't have crossed us.
Yeah. No, you agree, right? The people that made the Death Star was like, this is such a sick concept. And they made it and they're like, wait, so how much, Matt? Oh, fuck. It's like they have to do basically astrology to like fucking murder people and to murder other planets. It's not worth it for shit.
I think the math is the smaller thing. I think it's that you wouldn't be able to do anything for thousands of lifetimes would be the bigger issue. You know?
No, I think you could.
That's not. Do you think people would overlook that? They go,
No, dude. Have you done? I took an astronomy class because I got a real degree in college.
Your degree wasn't astronomy.
No. But I took an astronomy class. I had real science classes because I had a real major.
Dude, no one needs astronomy. What are you, a ship captain?
Yeah,
you a ship captain, bro?
But like, do you know how much math it was to calculate where things were in space, and then you had to get the rotation of your planet, the amount of work, and you can't even move the fucker. It can't move quickly. Like, I don't even know if it can move because I don't think you have to blow up the star and then let it free form orbit for a while and then hope that it magically reorbits around a star that's at the exact right place so that you don't like burn and freeze it. It's just...
Well, the more recent one, they have the thing that like shoots lasers from, they absorb the sun.
So it can do it once?
Yeah, and they absorb the whole sun in like 15 minutes. Yeah, I would find that really upsetting. It's like, you can absorb the whole sun in 15 minutes?
Oh, you didn't think the bigger issue was like, okay, so what do we do now?
And then and now this planet is very cold because you just absorbed the sun and shot it at other planets.
Yeah, and by the way, now there is no way to move this shit. It's not rotating anymore because there's not a...
Well, it's just going in whatever it's launched out of its orbit.
Yeah, and then it would fly into another sun. Clearly,
but it would freeze. I mean, the temperatures of your Death Star would be uninhabitable.
And like, they had other ways to blow up whole planets.
Well, you don't even really need to do that.
I think it was a confidence thing. I think it was really about that we built this obscenely. It's like people that own like stupidly nice cars. I think it's just, we paid $1 bazillion to build this dumb. It's like that doesn't even make. It's not economical. It doesn't.
I saw it more like a moon landing kind of thing, where like the Empire just they wanted to get something that we could all get behind. So they're like, we're gonna, by the year a long time ago, we are going to blow up Alderaan. And they said it couldn't be done, but Palpatine was such an inspirational leader that, God damn it, we came together as an empire and we blew up Alderaan.
Oh, I like
A
to
lot of
see it
national
as
pride.
I like to see it as kind of like Palpatine's Tesla. Like it's like it's really nice and stuff, but it can't really travel that far, and it's not that effective at what it does. And it doesn't make a lot of economical sense to own, but he loves it. He loves
I bet
the people
after a
that
while,
made it.
I bet after a while, Alderaan became like Iraq, where it's like, yeah, we shouldn't have blown it up, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. All right, I don't want to talk
Oh,
politics.
it's an annoying political thing that they have to.
Yeah, dude, the rebellion wasn't even on Alderaan. They were on Tatooine. Why did we blow up Alderaan? That doesn't even make sense. Oil. That's why we blew up Alderaan.
Oil.
I got kind of a, I don't know if it's a question. It's a question. So I borrowed Dad's socks, right? When I was home, I borrowed Dad's socks, and his socks look identical to my socks. So now Dad's socks are just in my rotation. You know what I'm saying? So I pull out a pair of socks. Were they my socks?
Throw away.
Are they
all the
Dad's socks?
Throw
My
away all
question
of your
is.
socks.
My question
Throw away
is.
all of them. Throw away.
My
all
question is.
of them.
Where do I come now?
And your father's socks.
Maybe I feel like that's a problem.
Do you think if Dad had come to us and been like, my grandfather came into this sock, and then his son came into this sock,
and he gives each of us one.
Yeah, he's like,
you're my sons.
Yeah, you will come in. Would you? And my question is, would you come into that sock for family?
I don't know when I would do it, but when I was ready. I wouldn't know when, but once the moment hit, I would know that it hit. Maybe when I had my first son, or when I made it at comedy or something, but some moment I would go, all right. And then I would smash the glass with the sock in it, and I would come into it and, cut my dick on the glass. The glass was a bad idea, it turns out.
And then you have to give your son this bloody sock and be like, you need to come into it. It's like, why is it covered in blood? It's like, because you shouldn't cover it in glass.
Because the hopping legacy is one of pain.
Yeah. And there's blood, sweat, and tears in that sock. If only you knew. Yeah. My actual question I was going to ask from before. Do you think...
Wait, what was wrong with my question?
What was your question?
Coming in Dad's sock.
Coming it. I don't care. I found out Mom gave away all of my fat people clothing to Goodwill because she was just like, I don't.
She was ashamed.
No.
She couldn't stand it in the house anymore.
No. She went through my closet and took it from me when I went to college. And when I came back, I was like, why are my clothing missing? And she's like, well, I like to wear it. And then she just gave it to Goodwill.
She was ashamed.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? I was talking to Mom today, and she said that you were sincerely upset that I get you hilarious Christmas presents every year.
No. I was drunk with my friends.
She was like, Nathan it's really mean that you keep. So backstory for the listeners, I always get Nathan something really spooky to hang up on his wall, and he never hangs them up. He always leaves them at my parents' house, but I think he won't throw them away in case I die, because then they feel guilty or whatever. So they're just at my parents' house. One of them's like it's all like Latin inspired, like Dia de los Muertos shit kind of a thing. And you hang it, and I'm like, dude, my theory is if I get him so many death type thing, like if I get him enough, he'll have to hang him up, just because it's like, dude, you have 12 things. Anyway, so Mom calls and she's like yelling at me because you can't stand getting these presents.
No. I talked to Mom 30 minutes ago, and I'll tell you the tea. This is the tea. This is the family tea right here. I'll tell you it. No, Mom called me and I told her about the gift I was getting you, like the Bill Burr tickets. And she was like, well, he better get you something better than your usual gifts. And then I made a joke like, oh, if he doesn't get me a better gift, I guess Evan's getting a really good Christmas gift or something, just some one-off line. And then when I was talking to her today about it, because I had that conversation with her earlier, talked to her about it, she was just like, yeah, I hate that they're all there. They creep me out. I don't like them. I want Nick to stop, because it's like, I can't get rid of them because I know they're expensive, but I hate them.
They're really expensive. I spend a lot of money on these terrible gifts.
I won't put them in my apartment because I think they're haunted. And she went, I think so too. And I don't want to go in your closet ever again.
Dude, like, and I think my biggest mistake is I buy all these scary things from like the mall, so they're new. But this year I've been looking around like antique shops. I want to buy a used one.
Oh man.
I want one with some history.
Also, just so we can, this is the only other family I want to get out with. I want to talk about.
Air it out.
Yeah, I'll air it out. No, my grandmother has a doll from when she was a child in her house, and it's like 70 years old, and the arm is getting ripped off. It looks like Annabelle from Annabelle.
It's spooky.
It's scary. And I was talking to my mom, and she could not be convinced that doll isn't going to murder me in my nightmares. It's like, no, that doll is terrifying. And she's like, it's just an old doll. And I'm like, yeah, that's the point. It's every horror movie's premise. Like a bunch of them start with old doll tries to kill you. And then I kind of think, after talking to her, I kind of think she thought I was a bitch for being scared of that doll.
And
But
'cause
that's
you were
all.
such a fat kid.
I'm gonna ask my next question.
Next question.
Next question. Do you think if nobody was around, that, and you found out that when you left,
trees would still make sounds?
No, I misquoted the question. Do you think when you weren't around, if you found out that everybody just would start having sex, like that everybody was having sex all the time, when you got there, everyone stopped for you, and then when you left, they started having sex again, and nobody was doing anything else. Do you think they would change things for you as a person?
That's why whenever I walk into a room, everyone's like,
They're like clothes on backwards and shit. And you're like,
they always want me to leave.
Yeah, people like do not know how to dress and are very rude to me.
Yeah, why am I the only one who's not sweaty? Wait, so wait, I find out one day that everyone, when I'm not there, is just fucking.
Yeah. And that family events are way weirder than
I was gonna say, what about Christmas?
Yeah. Christmas is different.
I go to the bathroom at Christmas dinner, I come back out. Why is everybody sitting in different spots?
Yeah. We do breakfast cinnamon rolls, and that glaze hits different now that you know the truth. What do you do? How do you live your life?
I would either try to enter rooms more quickly or more slowly. I'm not sure. Do I want to catch people or do I want to never catch people? I would pick a lane and own it, but I don't know which.
Yeah, but like at some point, everyone, you would become aware that people knew that you now knew, and they would just get annoyed when you started like, yeah, you caught us. We're always doing it.
All right, dude, my penis is out.
Yeah.
It's on the plate. You want a bite? You want a bite of my penis, cousin? Huh? All right. What do you want? You're judging me.
What event is this?
Yeah, she's my cousin, but she needs some sweet loving anyway.
Wait, is it your cousin? And
that's a song by the Dead South.
That's a terrible song.
It's called Banjo Odyssey. That should be our podcast song.
Banjo Odyssey?
Yeah. Maybe she's my cousin, but she needs some sweet loving anyway. At first, when I listened to it, I thought that line was tongue in cheek, but I don't think so.
I don't think it was tongue in cheek at all. I think he fucks his cousin.
I think that's why it's called the Dead South. It's all the stuff that they used to do in the South.
Have you ever listened to the song Get It Started in Here by the Black Eyed Peas? Did you ever hear the original version of that song?
Remind me.
It's Let's Get Retarded in Here.
Oh, yeah.
And they say retarded. I listened to that song again, and it was like, I thought it was a parody. I had never heard Let's Get Retarded in Here, but they say retarded a lot.
Yeah, I know that.
It's like, listen to it again. If we have an audience, listen to Let's Get Retarded in Here again. It is like, the fact that they aren't currently getting murdered by Twitter people is shocking to me.
You know what's shocking to me? I just thought of this, and I think it's more interesting than this.
Yeah, sure.
The Two Girls, One Cup had a significant cultural impact. You ever think about that? Like, more than most movies or books. Like, there's so many parodies of.
Do you think they're still getting royalties?
Yeah, Two Girls, One Cup it's been parodied on so many things. It's been referenced millions of times over the last couple of decades.
But I think what's underrated, the underrated porn that nobody's watching.
No, do you think when they were eating that poop and kissing that they knew that they were shaping America?
Dude, I'm just trying to talk less about poop.
I'm talking about culture. I'm talking about Americana.
Yeah, and I'm saying what I think Americana missed and where we culturally failed as America in the last century was I think not enough people appreciated One Man, One Jar.
What is that?
The jar in his ass.
It's a parody of Two Girls, One Cup. You're just proving my point.
No. It's different. It's different. He puts a jar in his ass and then tries to take it out, and it breaks.
You know, he was inspired. Look, dude, if you asked him before his death, who were your biggest idols, he would say the Two Girls, One Cup girls and cup.
And Heinz jars or something.
Yeah, he was really going for that sponsor.
He was like, this ass fucking is brought to you by Heinz pickles.
I mean, do you think the Two Girls, One Cup, if you pitch that to like a media marketing firm today, they'd be like, that's really good.
What if we did
really
that
good? It's inclusive. Yeah. It's non-ableist.
Yeah. This is going to be the next Arby's ad. You have figured it out. Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah. Its cultural significance fascinates me. I mean, we'd be in a different country today.
I mean, they wouldn't. I mean, when do you think
life would be like? Are we going
to
show our kids Two Girls, One Cup?
I will. Yeah. This is what the kind of porn we watched back in the day.
I don't even think I would say that. I wouldn't explain it. I would just be like, you want to, they'd be like, what was it like? Because eventually we'll be like grandparents. They'll be like, hey, what was it like in the 20th century? I go, it'd be better if I showed you.
And then you get on the skateboard.
Dude, I think Two Girls, One Cup is going to have a hipster resurgence eventually, where people are going to be like, it's going to have a cult following. People are like, no, it was good.
I hope
It's going to be like The Shining.
I actually hope that like the whenever the Mona Lisa came out, that their Two Girls, One Cup was the Mona Lisa, and everyone was like, that's disgusting and gross. And then later we were just like one day that people will see Two Girls, One Cup as like the next Mona Lisa. That it's
I
like
would
fine
sincerely
art.
defend it. I would see how well I could defend. Like in the future, they'll be like, this is disgusting. I'll be like, it was a different time. You had to understand the context. Bill Clinton was president. The country was changing. Trust me, this made a lot of sense. This really, we were in a war.
Yeah.
You got to understand it was war.
Yeah,
all right?
It was wartime.
This is war.
Yeah.
This is what war looks like.
Final question.
Final question.
How do you discriminate against
Mean texts.
No, I didn't finish.
Not hiring them.
Yeah. How do you discriminate?
Slurs?
You have no idea the group.
Slurs. I'm big on.
How do you discriminate against people with original
crossing the street?
People that didn't get baptized.
Sorry, what?
How do you discriminate people with original sin? Those that chose to not get baptized and will die in purgatory or hell.
How do I discriminate against them?
Yeah, how do you get them? My girlfriend's not baptized, so I'm just getting ideas and helping the viewers.
Dude, I baptize people and I don't tell them.
When they're sleeping, you just pour water over their head.
I baptize them.
Yeah. And if they don't let me take the holy water out of the place, I will drink the holy water and then pee on them later while they're sleeping as to baptize them.
Jeez.
I'm committed. I'm saving souls.
Yeah. And they're like, dude, if you wash that pee off, you go to hell. So you
like,
keep that on there until you accept Jesus.
Yeah. They wake up and they're like, why are you peeing on me? And then I scream for Jesus.
Yeah, I'm saving your soul. Leave this vessel, devil.
Yeah, it's just an exorcism. It's like, it's a baptism. Is that a crime to forcibly baptize someone?
Yeah, I mean, it's the old thing. It's like, now that you know about Jesus, you're going to go to hell. And then they go, why'd you tell me?
And then you show them to...
Because it was funny. It was like a prank.
Why are you doing that with your shoulders?
Because the bit wasn't that strong.
Yeah.
So I was like, if the jokes aren't good... Johnny Carson used to do that when he would bomb. He would like dance. It's fun, You're like, bad jokes.
These jokes get so many, you start breaking out into tap. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh damn. But I
end the podcast.
Dude, Nathan has gotten so fucking fat. Oh my god, look at that stomach. Look at that fat. You can see his back fat as he leaves. This is probably on me, but Nathan is leaving the room right now. All right, you guys want to hear my jokes? Working on some new bits. I try to write 15 punchlines a day. I want to be really prolific. I think the huge shit thing, the girl taking a huge shit and is like that sexual, like could that be an indication of sexuality? I feel like that could actually be a bit. This is what I wrote yesterday. Let me see if I have anything from the day before. Something like dating apps are filled with lonely people and horny people, and those two groups don't mesh. How hacky is that though? Dating app jokes? That sucks.
Are you done? Is the podcast over? Or are you still filming?
Oh, Nathan came back with food. Nathan left. Remember what I was saying when Nathan was gone? He came back with food. He'll see it later. Fucking fat piece of shit. Look at him eating. He's so happy. He's as happy as he's ever been.
Fried zucchini from Maggiano's. It's really good.
It's not. It's a cookie.
Dude, Nora came. End the podcast. I want to chat. I'm done podcasting for today.